on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the South American country of Argentina and its capital city, Buenos Aires.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And running with power here.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going.
Great beginning there under the bright lights of prime time.
Yeah, it takes you back to high school football on a Friday night, doesn't it? When you feel like every eye in the county is on you. In this case, every eye in prime time is on you.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
And he's got this down to the 35. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. Taken down at the 30. Now the numbers for Brooks a week ago.
14 carries, 59 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
They'll stay on the ground with Brooks.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Back to throw. McKay.
Open man. He completes it to Judy.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Into the hands of Perry, complete.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. McKay
looking for London on the out route, complete.
And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown.
Drake London.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive.
Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Holt. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught at the 10. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there. 56 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Touchdown!
George Pickens
from 6 yards away. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. McKay
targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf.
And he goes out of bounds, it looks like right at the 50.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run here with Brooks.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
Once again, it's Brooks.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, McKay.
Now, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. When you look at this defense,
Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The home team's offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been doing it through the air and on the ground to start the season, currently leading the NFL in rushing yards by a quarterback here in the month of September. Completes this one to Pickens.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
2nd and 6.
At the 32-yard line.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
First catch of the game by Higgins, and he's got his guys a first down.
Off the play fake. Holt.
And that one complete once again to Higgins.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And last time, able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Off play action. McKay.
And caught by London.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Here's a handoff to Brooks running left.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Zaven Collins there to make the play defensively. Here's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. McKay over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They go play action here on 1st down.
Big strides. Look at him go.
Touchdown.
Dalton Kincaid.
26 yards. And his guys are going to take the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Tucker now for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Buenos Aires offense back out now.
They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Now Hall to start the drive.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score. Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll run with Hall.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Pulled in at the 24. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Operating from the gun. McKay. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They bring their punter out there now as he's on here to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And that will come the offense as they take over.
The Buenos Aires offense back out now as we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28.
Off the play fake. Holt.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Back to throw. Holt escaping the pressure right. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
But nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Now a 2nd and 2.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Looking to throw. Holt.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Back to throw. Holt.
That is caught.
And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for the touchdown.
And Xavier Worthy.
49 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
So this drive spans 7 plays. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Operating from the gun, McKay.
That is caught. Kincaid with it.
And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
He'll find Metcalf.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Back to throw now on first down. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. DK Metcalf, a 5-yard touchdown. And his guys are going to take the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And able to get this out to the 25. One final go for this offense here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
That's into the hands of Worthy.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Operating from the gun, Holt. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Back to throw again. And this one is incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. From the gun on third down, McKay.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
The Buenos Aires offense back out now.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Second and 9 now.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Down the right sideline.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. It's their quarterback, 38 yards. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. They'll start on the ground with Brooks, and he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Looking to throw. McKay. Catch is made by Metcalf. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Some concern out there right now as we got an injury stoppage. It's DK Metcalf who's getting some help following that last play.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
Got a man, it's London.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
A run out of the gun with Brooks.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Back to throw. McKay throwing the out route and complete. That's Perry. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
A yard all they need, but it's third down.
Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Looking to throw. McKay.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
Up the middle with Brooks here.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, second down. Off-play action. McKay. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
From the gun on third down. McKay.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown.
Dalton Kincaid.
A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game as his guys are able to regain the lead.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Tucker now to add the point after. And that will make this a 4-point game. That time, a 9-play drive.
Our home team, 27.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
But a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game.
Throwing to start the drive. Holt. Flush to his right. fighting his way through contact. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
3rd and 4.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Got an open man. It's Pickens.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Finding Pickens for another catch.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake. Holt.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark.
And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Back to throw. McKay.
That's going to be caught by Judy.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
On the handoff, this is Brooks.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
And on now is the punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
Well, the Buenos Aires offense back out now. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Back now here on EA Sports as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4.
And they'll send Pickens in motion right here. And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
Deontay Banks there on the stop. Now 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Holt. Open man is Higgins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll give to Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This is 2nd and 8. Here's a quick throw to Higgins out wide.
Just a gain of a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Room to maneuver at the 35.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Off play action. Holt. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Breece Hall,
his first touchdown on the year. And now they have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And that gives him a 3-point lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. On the ground, it's Brooks to start the drive.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Now we'll pause for an injured player. And that's wide receiver Drake London who's shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
2nd and 4. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Perry. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. Results in a 1st down.
Here's a handoff to Brooks.
Shifts by him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Back to throw. McKay shoves him aside. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Complete to Jerry Jeudy. A gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Looking to throw. McKay. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Off the play fake. McKay, and he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to have a third down. Back to throw. McKay.
Well, that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on third down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
So they bring out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
Throwing to start the drive.
Holt completes this one to Pickens.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
He pitches it out. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The offense on third down tonight, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Holt. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. On 1st and 10, it's Brooks.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Brooks.
And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
A first carry now for Thompson.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 87 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Over the middle, complete to Judy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Here's second down.
He's back to throw.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Perry. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This to potentially send us to overtime. Tucker's kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The home team's offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show, as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. They'll start on the ground. Hall. Oh, and the tackle comes quickly. That's only going to get him a couple.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Well, 4 quarters couldn't decide things, so it's on to overtime here as the kick is away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here are visitors to take over on offense. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
We'll play only the 1 overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. Here comes Brooks. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 97 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry him along.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Once again, it's Brooks.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick. He's been decisive. And he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Back to throw. McKay able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brooks. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line.
2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. McKay.
This to the tight end, Kincaid.
And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
An 8-yard pickup. Result is a first down.
They'll run straight ahead with Brooks.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
He continues to be dominant running the football. I mean, keep feeding him, right?
Yeah, you should, because what he's put up already is really like a 2-game total. Give him a lot of credit, but give the rest of the offense credit as well.
And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for our visitors,
they level their mark at 4-4 on the year.
and they will head